Hello people, my name is Rage, and welcome one and all to some more Rebirth, and welcome also the return of sanity. I was like, I am refreshed, I hath had a good long recuperation period, and we are going to have a nice, calming, lovely hypno. You will bend to my will as soon as I looked at Eden and his fancy glasses, which, you know, makes me happy, because obviously I like me having the X-ray. It's good for those secret rooms. Judgment pretty good. The self-harm for damage, I mean, not really as good. I also don't think it should be promoted in that way. I don't think anyone should ever try and fight someone by spraying their own blood on them. It just doesn't seem to be an effective tactic. Talking of blood, though, because indeed, we are not a best secret room we could have had either. And I think I'm going to keep that over the telepathy for dummies. Though I actually have no idea which one of them is better. I think they're both pretty comparably terrible. But talking of blood, I have a pet lizard, leopard gecko. As a few of you may know, finding the boss here is good. Could definitely be a worse room, considering it is a cellar 4-size room. And is it just me, or does the cellar seem to have a higher frequency of 4 square rooms than any other floor type in the game? Because I really think that that's true. I mean, obviously I could be wrong, and it may indeed be a bit of confirmation bias all up in here, but it does feel like it. Let's get rid of Mr. Champion here before he becomes too much of a problem. And I guess they feel worse as well because they take so much longer to damage through. Leg day, your muscles shall not win you victory. No, they shall not. They can bulge all they like, although I will admit that did panic me a slight bit. In fact, we have the kind of money. The Bible tract is alright. Let's just go straight in on our boss, and we get Pin, which is obviously just a free boss. This is good. So yeah, I have a leopard gecko called Ilia, and basically she's been sick recently, which is obviously very sad. She's been very weak, her eyes are struggling to stay open, and basically it's just a kind of infection that reptiles can get. Though the other day, she basically grew what was like a massive sort of lump on the top of her head, and it obviously was massive compared to her head size. It was quite ridiculous, and what I thought I'd do, just to see if I could help at all, is I picked her up and I kind of prodded it a little. Obviously not hard, I don't want to hurt her, because, you know, she's my badass leopard gecko, and I just wanted to kind of scope out what it was so I could give more information to the vet, and that's a really, really lame boss drop. And as I touched it, it legitimately exploded. Straight up, it exploded, and more blood and just weird infection-y stuff came out than I've ever seen come out of anything. It was like straight out of a horror movie, and yeah, it was a little bit like, oh, you poor thing, bloody hell, and you know how it went. So that was a fun little experience for me, and by fun I mean that was traumatic for me, and I imagine much more traumatic for her, because she's very tiny, and it was like half the blood in body weight came out. So that's a lovely way to start the episode, I think. And seeing as we're fighting 4-legged grotesque spiders that are bleeding from all 4 eyes, I think you guys can handle it. I do, though I do apologize if you are squeamish. Though, I mean, if you're squeamish, why are you watching Rebirth? I think that's the real major question here. That's a little bit good. I was about to say, oh, that's so lame. But no, I mean, Double Guppy, I kind of really want to go Horror of Babylon. You know what, I'm going to do it. I am legitimately going to get all of those things, and then that's really nice, and then be on half a red heart. It's a risk. It is definitely a risk, but it does give us a little bit of a boost right here. It also means that because I don't want to accidentally press spacebar and die, I'm going to switch to telepathy for dummies. I think that makes a lot of sense. So I have been doing some research, guys, and I have now finally got a list of 5 things that I need in order to get real platinum. God. That was excessive. That was a little bit scary, and I very nearly died, and I don't want to talk about that. I've got the list down to the 5 things that I need for my real platinum. That makes me so happy to get that spirit heart. That's why I wanted the shop. I am now totally content with moving on. Good secret room. And those 5 things are the dollar, which I can get through a lot of good strategies that you guys helped point out. I can get super meat boy, super bandage girl. That brings it up to 3. Then I also need to find the stopwatch, because I've not got that yet, despite unlocking it. I also need to find the super bandage, which I will get for getting super bandage girl, so that will kind of happen. And then finally, I need to complete the purist. So that is really where I'm going with this. Oh, it's just Eve that can Whore of Babylon on 1 heart. Not everyone else. For some reason, I just assumed that in Rebirth, as a rule, Whore of Babylon was 1 heart and nothing else. That kinda sucks, but I'm also fine with it, because most likely I'll be paying a heart for a devil deal soon, and basically working with only spirit hearts, which will make the Whore of Babylon a lot better. That, of course, was a key champion, so that is very nice. We can get into our item room when we find it, though the gold chests are obviously very tempting. So we've had one hell of a damage down now. Didn't we start with blood tears, and now we've lost our blood tears? We didn't gain the blood tears via the whore, so where did that go? I feel like we just got ripped off out of blood tears, which is a little bit bad. And we get ourselves a balls of steel pill, which is absolutely stellar. Yes, sirree. This room I just like. It's just, haha, watch 4 of these things throw themselves on a fire for your amusement. Oh, I will accept that game. I will accept that so much. There we go. Come on, meat. You can go down. I hate this room. It's like a pick and mix of annoying Rebirth monsters. Though a pick and mix of sweets based on Rebirth enemies, I'd like that, because you could have sour, headless zombies. That doesn't actually sound good. It's just like, who would like some sour, headless zombies, everyone? I am happy to trade a bomb for a key at this stage. And that I will also accept. I was a little bit hesitant because of Whore of Babylon, but I also think it's probably fine. That is definitely a better spacebar item than telepathy for dummies, so I'm going to use my bomb, get a withdrawal from our bank, and grab ourselves the blue candle. That makes me very happy, and because we've got an extra key, I'm now going to open this gold chest, and that was definitely worth the investment. We're going to go up here because it's likely the boss is here, as indeed it is, and then we'll go grab our other gold chest and hope for gloriousness. But yeah, Afterbirth is going to be good. Whoa, calm down, my friend. Calm down. That's a load of extra money. This is good. We always want to make sure we have enough money to buy the stopwatch. I would hate to miss it due to not being able to acquire the money that I need. So, in here, we weren't missing much, but we do get some money and we replace the key, so it was definitely worth opening. Did I go in the super secret? I did. That was where the divine heart was. So, we get our item room. Give me a little bit of power. You guys are going mental with the speed run yesterday as Judas, though. There is some really cool stuff being done, and you guys are really good at this game. It's actually fantastic to see. Makes me really happy to have such a good sort of audience community with this game, so thank you all for being here. I don't feel like I say that enough, and people should say it more, because it makes me happy and fuzzy, you know? Alright, blank card isn't bad at all. Ooh, that's an interesting decision, because the blank card can potentially do some very good things for me. Especially if I find the right combination, I could end up with Super Bandage Girl and Super Meat Boy, but it's unlikely. I'd need to blank card a hell load of batteries, get like Monster Manual, and there's just a lot of interesting strategies, which, while, wow, poor Larry Jr. Does anybody feel like grilled Larry Jr.? Because I hear that he cooks up a storm. We grab ourselves some extra health, which I guess I should use. Yeah, okay, we will grab ourselves the placenta. I mean, the reason I was hesitant is because we could have got two Heart Devil deals if we did it at different times. Contract from Below is obviously very nice to get, though I am hoping to finish off our Guppyage. I'm going to keep the Blue Flame just because, you know, hindsight is great and all, but it's not likely that I'll just happen to find the right items to break and get ourselves Super Bandage Meat, whatever, so I'm just going to accept this for now. And also, getting the Horror of Babylon, even if we never really trigger it, it's still always there as a backup, so it's also not the end of the world. That really sucks. I need me that final guppy, though I can't shake the feeling that I missed something on the last floor, and it's actually kind of bugging me. Though I really would like to go back to Horror of Babylon status. My damage is just non-existent without it. Come on, you can die. There we go. Should probably be using my blue candle a lot more. I just always kind of forget that I have it more than anything, which is weird, because when I have the red candle, I'm normally pretty good at consistently getting value out of it. Red chest! Double gold is not bad at all, but for now I don't think it's worth my time getting locked in there. Not with the kind of damage that I am rocking at the moment, at the very least. So we're gonna move on with our lives and kill some blood flies, which totally should be a species in real life. Like, imagine you see a fly buzzing around you and you're like, oh, that's annoying. Don't you just hate it when flies buzz around you? Oh man, those flies. So you get your fly swatter and you manage to hit the fly and you feel like a ninja badass fly swatter, because everybody feels like a ninja badass when they stalk up on a fly and they're like, hiya! And then bring that swatter down and they know they have just ended it thoroughly, and they just, whoa, you have to let loose a war cry of gloriousness, and it's a good feeling beating a fly in glorious combat. But when your fly swatter connects, there's not just a little smudge left behind. No, there is an explosion of blood. It covers everything, covers your entire being. You are drenched in fly blood and guts, and you slowly walk back into the room, and your family are like, what happened to you? And you're like, don't ask, okay? I'm going to go have 7 showers. Don't come. Just stay there. Don't try and come help me. I'll be okay. And then that is the story of how you were traumatized as a child. Think about it. It probably happened to you. And that's what I'd like to be a thing. But that will never be a thing, because flies won't evolve to have gallons of blood within them, because that would be some serious scientific breaking compression levels, and I don't think we can quite make that happen. We get ourselves 1 worm over there. I just dislike these guys because they take so much killing. Though that one should go down to the fire. We need to get rid of the other sniper more than anything, so we stop getting randomly shot at from miles away. And oh, I did hit him a little bit. There was the burning noise, because the sound of burning worm is always a pleasant one. Hey, there we go. 1 more is dead. This is why I'm happy to have the blue candle, because it's my biggest source of damage. Contract from Below giving us a double death card, which makes this other big room very nice to go in. This room would have been absolutely horrific without that death card. Like, way more difficult than the room we just had. And of course, this is an XL floor, and that damage was very unfortunate. He kind of just, like, instantly, I mean, I just don't even, it was just so precise. It really was. I mean, credit to him. He's a goddamn sniper. Okay, these bomb flies shouldn't prove too much of an issue, especially not when I have the fire on my side. Then we find an item room and the boss fight, which doesn't normally happen, right? Unless I'm going crazy. They're not normally found together on an XL floor, though I don't exactly know the rules for an XL floor, so I can't really comment. I just can't do it. Good bit of bouncing fire technique. There we go. And the keys to boot. Ooh. I mean, I don't have any damage anyway, and I've not had normal technology tiers in so long. I'm gonna do it. I mean, it's not technically that much of an upgrade, but it's also not horrible, so I'm just gonna accept it. Yeah, my damage is... If I did not have the blue candle here, I would be very, very depressed with how this run is going. But as I do, I mean, it's just... It's going to be a slow slog, but I think it's going to be an enjoyable one, especially if we actually get ourselves a powerful technology combo. I always like making the worst of the technologies work. Also, that blue candle blocking all of those things was lovely. Jesus Juice, of course, also fantastic, and we will just straight do our second boss as well, and it is Little Chad, which really isn't ideal considering we don't want red hearts, but this may be a situation where we don't even end up using Whore of Babylon, and it was just a, if it happens, and it's good type deal, which isn't actually that horrible. Oh, I really wanted to get a little bit greedy with the fire there, and it cost me everything. In fact, I nearly actually died. I'd rather not think about that. Get ourselves Little Chad, that is good. And, well, I say that is good. I just went on a massive discussion about how that's not good. We'll grab this as well so a champion doesn't kill us. Though a soulless technology sort of eye does look very, very scary. I am now absolutely terrified. Okay, I've killed one corner. We're okay. Everybody, we are fine. I hate these explosive things so much. I can see forever. I'm just a little bit upset that that even happened. I'm going to go back through the rooms that I've done because I want to pick up that other death card just so I have a kind of safety net when it comes to a room being a little bit too tough for me. I'm also going to blow this up because I'm not really in need of the bombs, and I do have regen. So Whore of Babylon is even worse than it previously was. So really, I don't think we should expect any whore action today. That's all I'm gonna lay down. And then really not an item room wanting, Brother Bobby. I mean, it's nice to see you. Little Chad's got a friend now, but generally speaking, I don't think it's gonna work out. I just don't think it's going to work out. Little Baggy is not fantastic. I would rather just actually buy this. Also, if I recall... Oh, no, it's not. It's Are You a Wizard, which doesn't affect us, so I am okay with that. This room is pretty good for the laser to deal with, if the laser wasn't so pathetically undamaging. Even the fire couldn't kill him in time. Was there a key to buy in there? There was not, so these double chests are unfortunate. Though Guppy's tail with contract from below is a very potent combination. Like, if we get to the chest, which I'm hoping we will do, but I want to warn you, there is a very good chance that we're not even going to see the cathedral with the kind of output we have here. But that, you know, that's par for the course with Isaac. You got to roll with the punches and just do what you can, and I think that's good. This is a little bit upsetting because I got to dodge Mr. Dingle before I can kill those guys. Die, yes! I mean, actually, my damage doesn't seem horrific. Granted, we're not facing enemies that I would consider actually a threat in any sort of sense, but we're at least killing them fairly quickly. That was a nice way of dealing with Larry Jr. there. I thought that was a straight line spider. That was a noob error. How dare I not know my monster encyclopedia well enough? That would be a really... Oh, curved horn. Good. Sorry, Bible tract. I need me that damage up. Where is our second item room? That is what I am worried about. We have found our curse. We found our shop. So it really is just the second item room that is eluding us. And here we go. These guys are very, very quick, though as soon as you get them into one pile, it tends to work out. There we go. Come on, keys. Well, we at least get one key and another I can see forever, which is just pointless. Oh yeah, obviously we found our other item room. I'm so intelligent, guys. oh, I'm like the most intelligent you have ever seen in the world. Like, you should be so jealous at how observant I am. Basically, call me Sherlock. I think it's because Brother Bobby was so bad that I actually just blanked it from my memory that I even acquired him. Which isn't the greatest thing to do, I will admit. Though with contract from below, we shouldn't find ourselves struggling with consumables, so I am actually very tempted to go open another gold chest. In fact, I am indeed going to. Let's bob down here, and I do believe a little bit less than I previously did. Let's just move on, because this XL floor is kind of driving me a little bit insane, and when I get a little bit insane, things start to go crazy, and we don't want that, we really don't. Let's boogie on down, and hopefully we do find ourselves with another devil deal, or at least a curse room with Guppy. And if we manage to Guppyify, if we manage to become a werecat, we can actually slaughter the populace. But until then, the populace is going to remain wholly unslaughtered. Alright, I just need to get to that spirit heart before these guys kill me. Okay, there we go. So we actually have a reasonable chance now at getting a devil deal on this floor. So this makes me very, very happy because we kind of require it. I mean, we do have 3 more chances at a Guppy giving devil deal. So I'm confident. I am definitely confident. Also, getting a golden key is wondrously good because it means all these double gold chests we're going to be finding are not a problem. And if we get Cricket's Head, if we get Fate, you know the drill. They are very, very good boosts. And we kind of do need a very, very good boost right here. Whoa, have these bats, like, have they ever been a threat? 2 more keys is nice. I will, of course, go into the cursed room once we are done with the rest of the floor. Devil beggar, you can go bagger off. Bagger off's probably the not more accurate way of saying it, because it's just telling someone to be a bag. And I don't think you want to be a bag, unless it's those thin, terrible, plasticky ones. How, like, horrible are plastic bags? I don't mean in terms of them themselves, that's whatever, but you know those situations where you're going shopping, Samson's ball and chain. I have never been so happy to see that beautiful item. That makes Isaac and Blue Baby so much of a nicer prospect, and 2 spirit hearts for our trouble. This is good. We have gained ourselves a lot of potential here. This makes me very, very happy. Mr. Beggar, I really don't care about you. That is a dark bum, just wonderland in there. You can imagine the roaming, grazing herds of dark bum giggling away on the plains of happiness as they slowly and surely munch their way through fields and fields of freshly grown red hearts to their heart's content, the blood cradling their lips and telling them that everything is going to be okay, whispering sweet nothings of glorious spiders and trades of health, the spirit, into their ears as they happily gurgle their way to sleep and begin to dream of even more glorious red hearts for them to consume. That is how the dark bum do. I feel like if I just keep the ball and chain like this, then they're slowly just going to run onto it and kill themselves, which is a very efficient way of executing a strategy, because as one of the most famous, brilliantly minded, tactical generals of all time once said, the best victory... I've already found the item room. I got really excited about that. I am, again, an idiot. The best victory is... I should have used that to grab both gold chests without having to fight the room. You know, I don't know what is up with me today. I really don't. But again, as I'm trying to quote Mr. Sun Tzu, I always get it a little bit wrong. It's the TZU. I don't know the fully correct way to pronounce that. I'll admit it. I do not mind it. Ignorance is only ignorance if you refuse to acknowledge it as such. There's another quote to stick in your quote pipe and smoke. And still no stopwatch, but that's alright. We do grab ourselves even more chance at devil dealage. But yes, the quote that I am after, that is a lot of I can see forever. It's so pointless. The quote that I am after is, "The best and truest of victories is a victory won without ever having to fight the enemy." And I think there's a lot that can be garnered from something like that, definitely. Let's actually use our blue fire this time, as I remember that the black creep doesn't actually affect me. Was a little bit off on my timing there, as well as that. I don't even know what I was trying to do there. I'm just going to stop wasting bombs now, I think, at this point. Though, the good thing about using the bomb tactic on Mr. Gish is that it preemptively kills his little ones that he summons, and that's a very, very effective thing to do. He's one of the more strategy killable bosses. Come on, Devil Deal, I believe. Yes, we grab it. Lil Gish is okay, not fantastic, and there it is, everybody. The power that we were after. It is Guppy's head, finishing our Guppy transformation and granting us glory. I'm going to keep the blue candle because it is more of a defensive item, and I don't need the fly generation. There's no point going to the curse room now, but I am going to go open those double gold chests, as well as clear out the final rooms, because having this golden key, I should really use every opportunity I can, since I've missed the boss rush, to garner as much power as possible. And I think we can all agree that that is sound strategy, though I would love to be able to get rid of my health so that I can Whore of Babylon, but I just don't see it happening. Boom, boom. Thank you very much, Guppy. I appreciate that a lot. So we have gained a metric crap ton of power on this floor. That is absolutely glorious. I could have, of course, used the Devil Beggar to do it, and we get a goat head, as if we needed more of a guarantee at devil deals. This is absolutely excellent. I am very, very happy, and this means I get to have a good only technology run, and this is good. The two best gold chest items back to back. Why did I pick up Faith? I am an idiot. But we do get Cricket's head. You know what? Sorry, Blue Candle. It is time for you to leave. And we get ourselves even more stuff. So I guess I should keep Guppy's paw in order to swap the red heart I'm about to get. In my excitement, in fact, no, I'm gonna still keep, in fact, no, I don't need the damage from the blue candle anymore. I'm absolutely wrecking, and I'd rather guarantee Whore of Babylon, so I am gonna keep Guppy's paw. I realize it's a terrible thing to do, but it also means that once I take these free damages, I can just instantly restore them, so it is also a defensively sound strategy. But that is the most wondrous set of gold chests I think I have ever encountered, and it makes me very, very happy. Let us move on. We have a very sort of half-angel demon combo, and I like that. I do. Though I guess at the same time, because we don't need this red heart to go away, because we don't need the Whore of Babylon's power, because we are actually wrecking at the moment, at least comparably having the laser lets us wreck, I think it might be beneficial. Ooh, that's a little bit convenient. That's a lot of... Ooh, okay, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I'm going to take them, and the reason I'm doing this is to just give myself health for the final two devil deals. Then I can activate Whore of Babylon for a womb plus experience. That sounds... Welcome to the world's best hotel, where you can receive a womb plus experience. Did I just walk into the spiders and kill them all so fast before they did contact damage? Because that's actually a little bit awesome. So yeah, we are beyond wrecking right now. This is great. Oh, Tony would be so happy. He really would. Good old Tones. It's you know, it's a nickname. Only his friends call him. Don't tell him that I called him that. I don't want to be mauled by an angry tiger. I think that is one of the world's worst things to be mauled by, an angry tiger. There is little there is little elves, guys. They're everywhere. They're behind you right now. They never sleep. And when you turn your back, ooh, you will know their fury. Pheromones is whatever. Balls of steel, I am not allowed to be injured anymore, which, granted, I'm okay with the game deciding, but I want to use my goddamn guppy's paw at some point. Goodbye to you, and this is why I'm playing so sloppily, because I kind of need to. I get stronger if I play sloppily, which is not something that happens often. Sagittarius, it may as well have not picked it up with Laser Tears, which is a little bit of a shame. Now, the good thing about Laser Tears is its fly generation is actually pretty good, so we don't need to worry about that. And an extra guppy item would have really been the icing on the cake. One thing I do like is that's such a terrible waste of a key. One thing that I do like is there should be an Ultra Guppy transformation. I feel like the Guppy transformation for 3 Guppies item should be a nerfed version of current Guppy, and that if you get all 6 Guppies items, hairball, collar, head, dead cat, tail, and paw, then you become Ultra Guppy, and you become a massively buffed, powerful version of what current Guppy transformation is. So, it kind of deals with Guppy being easier to get, and also gives you a reward for getting the luckiness of finding all of the Guppy. So I think that would be a nice way of amalgamating everything. I do like myself the boomerang, but again, very pointless. So let's just move on, kill Mother, and acquire, hopefully, a devil room where we can spend this. Watch it be Abaddon. I'm almost convinced we're going to acquire Abaddon because I have no need for the extra hearts. That's what I'm going to predict for you right here. Okay, oh wow, that is a lot of damage from the laser. I mean, granted, the flies are doing most of it, so I shouldn't be too concerned. I definitely want to go chest with the contract from below Guppy's tail combination, and I know I've not been lamb in a while, and I really should, but that is the reason. Let's grab Dark Matter, why the hell not? And then as soon as we take the damage on, oh my god, it's just, I'm legitimately not allowed to have less than full health, but basically Guppy's Paw lets us take 3 more hits and then fully heal up. Oh, actually no, 2 more hits and then fully heal up, which is still nice. And having the Fear Shot tied into our laser, which totally should be a purple laser game, what are you playing at, is going to allow us to do just that. And now we're going to Whore of Babylon and become even stronger. So this is wonderful. As well as getting double chests appearing and hopefully acquiring the keys required to make the chest viable. I'm not going to open any more gold chests because legitimately there's nothing I could acquire that I need. So I'm just going to try and let our keys build up to the maximum amount. Now I know I would said I would tell a story about changing rooms in the next Isaac video, but I feel like too many things happened and I never got around to it. I want it to be a story on the early floors when I can relax and tell it. So that will happen, guys. I have not forgotten, but it's good. I mean, there's a lot of cool / awkward things that happen to me when I go away. You know, I don't interact well with the public. Shocking, I know. So, you know, you're gonna get to make fun of me. I can assure you of that. Let's roll up into here, get ourselves a secret room. It is very much nice having permanent secret roomage. I like the X-ray glasses. The Spelunker's hat's also good, but it does feel like just a worse version. Granted, it lets you see what's behind special key doors, but I don't think that's as good as saving you the bombs like X-ray Spec does. Though I feel like the effect should be swapped, because Spelunker's hat makes sense, because you've just mined out the entrance to the secret room as you are a spelunker, whereas why does having X-ray vision, which should just allow you to see through the rock, actually delete the rock? So I feel like the effects are really, really backwards there, but I also don't suppose complaining about the realism of Rebirth is a very valid thing to do. So we do have 12 heart Polaroidness. I feel like this is almost impossible to lose at this stage. Of course, we get the squeezy. Let's go in our Devil Deal first, get the Book of Sin, which doesn't really do anything for us. It's technically better than... In fact, I'm going to take it simply because it's better than Guppy's Paw at the moment, because I shouldn't get any more HP ups for the rest of the game, given the bosses I have left. so I think that's an okay thing to do. Even though the Book of Sin isn't going to do much for us, it's at least a spacebar item we can get some usage out of, so that's nice. But as I was saying, it's very much a terrible thing to get mauled by a tiger, because tigers are freaking strong. I mean, obviously you realize being able to imagine what a tiger looks like looking at a tiger. It is a powerful animal, you can tell that. But the actual level of power a tiger has, it's like paw swipe. The claws don't matter. It tearing you apart with its claws doesn't matter at all. A tiger has the kind of arm strength, yep, of course, more hats, that a single swipe, even if there was no piercing damage, you would have your entire rib cage caved in from the force of its blow. And that if it was feeling a little bit lazy. They are truly powerful creatures, and I find it absolutely fascinating just how intrinsically well adapted and suited animals are to their various environments, because if you look at humans, physically, we don't got a lot going for us, is all I'm saying. We are the arguably best long-distance running species on the planet, and that is about it in terms of our notable physical achievements. Our eyes are pretty good, our hearing's pretty good. In fact, I guess I shouldn't technically say we're not good in terms of physical ability. What is more accurate to say is that humans are very much a jack of all trades, master of none, in terms of evolutionary context, because our hearing is pretty good, but there are a lot of animals with better hearing, but there are a lot with worse. Our eyesight, it's pretty good, but in the grand scheme of things, not that good, and there are a lot of animals with better, but similarly, we could be doing a lot worse for ourselves. And that just kind of goes on throughout the entire thing. So really what our obviously evolutionary advantage is the size of our brains, which allows us to use tools and therefore give us an edge over animals. But I guess really the point I'm making is that in terms of ourselves as a species, our physical bodies, compared to most animals, we bloody suck. We really, really do. It's actually ridiculous. But I've always been a fan of strategy over strength, which is why being a human, I think, suits me. So there we go. We found Isaac pretty quickly there, actually. And what I do like is, I was thinking about this the other day, it occurred to me the expression blind as a bat is actually a viable expression, because you get a lot of people going, no, blats are actually really good at navigating. They can see their environment very nicely due to echolocation, and that is true. So people think that blind as a bat is a kind of misnomer as an expression, but alas, alack, that is not the case, because bats are very bad at seeing. What is implied by blind as a bat is their actual eyesight capability, their eyes, their eyeballs, which are bad. Having good ability to interpret your environment isn't technically what you mean by seeing, so blind as a bat does make sense. What wouldn't make sense is, I guess, clumsy as a bat. I don't know why I just spent the last 5 minutes ranting about animals, but it just felt right. Hey, Spelunker's hat, we do actually get it in the end, which I like because it gives us a small light in the darkness curse. Bob's brain, of course, you are coming with me, whereas the treatment, well, you can stay right there, because it might give us a health, which would deactivate Babylon, which really is just a massive disadvantage. So hopefully we get a load of items on the chest here, and slaughter ourselves a blue baby. So today on the Discovery Animal Rebirth planet, we've learnt a lot, I think. We've had a fun little conversational topic. And all is well with the world. Super Greed! I always enjoy killing you. 2 items, we get ourselves Anemic, and we get ourselves Lil Stee. 2 kind of items, but also items are items are items are items, and that makes me happy. Another key is actually very good to get, because any pair of gold chests is going to leave us wanting. Hey, a Lil Brimstone and Dark Bum. Nice to see you. Really, really good. Dark Bum isn't very necessary, because we're very hard to kill as it is. Cage! Yeah, even with Cricket's head and all the damage we do have, the laser is still doing a very bad job. I am so happy we're Guppy here, because the flies are really where it's at. And 2 more bombs, not really worth anything. A bit of bloaty action. Not sure where he was shooting. Bless him, he's a bit of a special bloat, but we're not going to worry about it. Dark bomb. And there we go. Thank you very much. It does give us the ability to play very recklessly, which I'm always a very, very good fan of. Okay, and a normal red heart, dark bomb, present for you, and I'm glad that we got him after talking about him earlier today. That's very pleasing. Monstro 2. I get it, because there's 2 of them. It's 2 Monstro 2s. That's the funniest thing, like, I bet you've ever heard. Goodbye. That was the most short-lived laser going. I don't think that actually technically damaged me. We have the flush, and we have the halo of flies, which is honestly okay. The flush doesn't really do anything to any of the chest rooms, so we're not going to take it, although I do kind of like it as an item. It is amusing, and I feel like there should be a bonus use on the flush in that it one-shots Dingle, because I like it. In fact, no, not that it one-shots Dingle, because, you know, the toilet is where Dingle belongs. So I feel like using flush on Dingle should turn him into Mega Dingle, and then you are totally screwed. Steam sale, why not? Up here, so at least we know that this is definitely the correct way. I'm cool with exploring everything, because I want as many items as possible, and it's just really enjoyable to be lasering ourselves to victory. I love having a halo of Fies. I love having a halo of Fies against, may as well death this. We're not going to get a better death opportunity than a room full of stuff on the chest, because that is kind of rare. But I love having the halo of flies going on, all these blue flies against Daddy Longlegs, because he tries to stomp you, and then promptly realizes, I have made a huge mistake, and the expression on his face, it really tells all you need to know. We have got a lot of stuff on the chest, but really, this is not what you call a chest that would have saved a bad run, so it's very good we did guppy ourselves earlier. I know I've said that a lot, but it really should be expressly pointed out. Judas's Shadow is nice, gives us the ability to play even more recklessly than we already were doing. We'll kill him because we don't need to get a HP up, and then Mr. Pride, goodbye. Passage. Okay. I'm assuming that is the rune that lets you skip to the next floor. What I was hoping for is it lets us redo the chest and get 4 new items. But I guess we are not allowed to be that lucky. A bit of justice will give us a key. And a heart from Dark Bum. So yeah, I am basically invincible here. Blue baby, where are you? Hey, Dingles, you want me to go get the flush? I know how you love it. And there we go, and ourselves another secret room. I guess for completion's sake at this point, I should go annihilate the final room of the chest, because it just seems wrong not to. And we do get 2 more items. Hey, may as well. It's not like we're going to actually get it. The D100! Oh, that is... Oh. We'll re-roll after Blue Baby, I think, because that could severely screw us over. Alright, place your bets, guys. Is this D100 reroll going to be better or worse than our current setup? That's what I would like you to know. So let's go kill ourselves a baby, and then we will find out. He should die in, like, seconds, as indeed he is doing. Though the flies did run out, which was a little bit disappointing. So there we go. Let us see what the D100 would have done. Ah, we have ourselves the guillotine. Really fast, splitting, what, 20 poison shots. Our damage is still pretty high. We still have our halo. We have Big Beautiful Fly, Mungo Baby, Dry Baby. Though, is it just me, or are they following... Are they following Big Beautiful Fly? Look at that. That's adorable. We have Blue Baby Soul. It's like a little train of really happy followers. Oh, I'm so happy about that. Alright, so there you go, guys. My name has been Rage, and we also would have got red health, so that would have deactivated the Babylon. I will see you all next time. Remember to like if you've enjoyed this. It's been a really wonderful run. I am very happy with it. And subscribe for more. Goodbye.